This conference will now be recorded.
In our last class, we started discussing about inheritance. Is a relationship and has a relationship. Both we discussed. In one kind of relation, we are going to be refer the class name when you're calling in a different class. Has a relation. And in easy relation, we are not going to give any class name as a prefix, and we are referring the other class properties to the subsequent classes. Easy relationship. We discussed about those two. But when coming to inheritance, how many type of inheritance we can do? It means there are 5 types we have. You can see here, which I am sharing right now. Type of inheritance. Single inheritance means there is only one relation between one class to the other class. So single one mother class and single one child class or derived class. So class A, we are referring to class B. Class A, we are referring to class B. So single inheritance. Multiple inheritance. That means one class, you may have multiple mother classes and single child class. That is called multiple inheritance. So A, there is a A class which is a mother class and referring to B. Inheritance to B, that is called derived class is B, child class. Similarly, C is a mother class and collecting the properties of the C to B. And similarly, D is a mother class and C is also inherited to B. So there is only one child class and multiple mother classes. So we call it as a multiple inheritance. Are you getting the point? In a theoretically, what in by single inheritance and multiple inheritance? Are you there, Giri and Amini?
Yes.
Similarly, multi-level inheritance. The second one was what I was asking is multiple inheritance, and the third one is multi-level inheritance. That means one mother will have one child. From the one child, the one child will behave like a mother to another child. So multi-level inheritance. You can see here, A is a mother, and it has the A properties are inheritance to B. So B is a child to A, but B is another mother to C. So the properties of B, whatever you have it, including the A, will be go to C. So multi-level inheritance. And the next one is called hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance means one mother will be there, but multiple childs. So single base class properties are sharing to multiple derived classes. Second one is the multi-inheritance, where multiple mothers will be there, single child will be there. But when I come to fourth one, multi single mother will be there, multiple childs will be there. So hierarchical inheritance. So one mother will be there like a, and it has the properties are sharing to B, same properties are go to C and D. So multiple childs are there, but single mother. And hybrid inheritance. Inheritance are nothing but combination of two or more inheritance, we call it as a hybrid inheritance. That means it will have out of four from the single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, or hierarchical inheritance. If you have at least two different properties, combination of two different inheritances, we call it as a hybrid one. Now you can see A has properties of inheritance to B and A is inheritance to C. So what kind of inheritance it is? Hello,
Multiple inheritance.
multi-level inheritance. So along with that, A is sharing the inheritance to D, and B also doing the inheritance to B. So what is this combination of all five? How many type you can find out? How many out of four? One is a multi-level you mentioned because A single parent or multiple childs. single parent multiple chairs is going to be hierarchical inheritance. So A to B and A to C. And next to that again you have A to D, B to D. So multi-level is there, and C to D. Nothing but multi inheritance you have. So you have hierarchical inheritance and multiple inheritance. So here you have two different inheritance in a single combination. So we call it a hybrid inheritance. When you have combination of at least two, it's not a maximum two, it's at least two, then we call it a hybrid inheritance. We'll try to understand all this file. So single inheritance, that means single father, single child. A derived class with a single base class. So class A, and defining your own method and some information or logic, whatever you defined. Now I'm creating my object creation, A1 equal to A. Now I'm calling this method, initiating this method. So A1 dot M1 print A1 dot underscore underscore base underscore underscore. When you use underscore 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 base underscore underscore, so what is the root for this? In a sense, it is a mother class. The base will be your object. Are you getting my point? The mother class doesn't have any base. Mother class has a base of object only, but the child class have the base of mother. Now this I'm going to print. So when you entered a1.m1, system is initiating this method, and this method has some information, user friendly information called from m1. So if you see the outcome, you can see from m1, and and the base of your a class is going to be object class. For a mother, always it's going to be an object. For a child, it is going to be a mother class. Now here a is derived class with a single base object, base class. So the base will be mother class. It or a class a x equal to 10. The other method of what I'm doing, df self and print x value. Similarly, a class b of a. B of a is nothing but b is going to be another class, and b is a child class which is inherited from a class. That is nothing but a will behave like a mother class, and b is behave like a child class or a derived class. Y equal to 20. Now df m2. So one more method I'm creating, z equal to b dot x plus b dot y. If you observe here, I'm not using a dot x, I'm using b dot x. The reason is, when you start using inheritance, any type of inheritance, the properties are inherited to your child class. That means no need to prefix with your actual class. So the x values also inherited. The properties of your a class is inherited to your b. Are you getting the point? Why I'm not using a? The properties of a is already inherited to b. That means b also have the value of x.
Yes, Samar.
So when I'm sharing some information to you, that means the information is already with you. No need to be referred. Go and talk to Amar, right? So similarly, when I'm inherited some information to B, when A is inherited to B, that means the properties of A. It can be a static variable or non-static variable or some logic is or some methods. All these things are inherited to B. That means B owned A properties. So that is the reason B dot X I mentioned and plus B dot Y. So the sum of 20, Y is going to be actual static variable of B, and X is the inherited by A. So 10 plus 20, 30 will be stored in your Z value. Now when you print B dot Y and Z value, B will be B dot Y will be 20 and Z will be 30. Now you can see the same in blue color, x equal to 10, y equal 20, and z equal 30. Now to start Instantly, if you want to start, you need to create an object creation for b of a. So b1 equal to b. So object is created, b dot m1. Now if you observe here, where is m1 here? M1 is not here. M1 is here in class A. Instead of creating two different objects, I just created the inheritance of A to B. So that means this method also inherited to B. So b1 dot m1, the instance of m1 will be start and it will be printed. So b dot underscore underscore base underscore underscore. So the system is going to say the main class is A. For A, it is going to be an object. A doesn't have any mother class. A itself is a mother class, and it is going to uh, or a derived class. It is independent class. So system automatically referring an object as a base. Here B is a derived class with a single base class of A. Hope you are clear what I'm trying to say. Any questions in this slide?
No.
Multiple inheritance. So performing different aggregations like sum, float, boolean operator in a derived classes by tracking the features of multiple base classes. So I want to perform multiple aggregations. So you can use multiple inheritance. So a derived class with a multiple base classes. So A is one class, B is another class, C is another class, and D is a different class. Now I want to perform all aggregations in a different class by taking the properties of A, B, C. Now let's see how it works. Class A. I have two different static variables and both are integers. So you can see this x equal to 10 and y equal to 20. And I'm creating my own method called dfm1. Print x value, print y value. Since both are static variables, I'm prefixing with the class name. So it is going to be printed. Similarly, class B. A equal to 3.5, B equal to 4.7. So float values. And both are static variables. So I'm going to be prefixed with class name. And this is a method 2. And the third method, so boolean operators, and both are static variables, so I prefix with class name. So three different classes I have. Now I need to do some kind of aggregations. Class D, and in bracket multiple classes I want to be inherited to one single child class. So I have mother class A, mother class B, mother class C. I need to be inherited to D. So derived class is D. So df method for self. So new method is created, and if you observe here, there is no properties at all. X value, Y value, A value, B value, or P or Q values. Since I inherited A, B, C, the properties whatever I have in A or a B or a C will be available in your D. So df m4 d of d dot x and d dot y. Now if you observe here, x value, y value are actually available in class A, nothing but mother class. But when you start doing the inheritance, the properties of x and properties of y will be available in your D, and those two are static variables. I have prefix with the class name. So d dot x and d dot y. The sum of these two, 10 plus 20, will be stored in int sum. Next one is float sum, d dot a and d dot b. So actually available in class B, but I'm doing the operation in a method for class D. So float sum. Similarly, d dot p, d dot q. So boolean sum. Now you are printing all this through. If you want to initiate this class, I'm going to be call class D by creating an object creation. So d1 equal to class D and d1 dot m1, d1 dot m2, d1 dot m3, just to print your x value, y value, just to print your b dot a and b dot b, and c dot q, c dot p, and c dot q. Just to print these values, I'm using d1 dot m1 d1.m2, d1.m3. If you don't want, these are optional steps, not a mandatory steps. And d1.m4 to initiate your operation. These steps. Now if you see print d1 dot underscore underscore base underscore underscore, system will show your mother class. When you say c dot underscore underscore base underscore underscore, system will show object. Now you can see when you use d1.m1, system will show x comma y value. d.m2, system will show a comma b. d1.m3, system will show p and q values. d1.m4, system will show the operations. Print d underscore base value. D is a child class, so it will show mother class. There is a main class. When you come to mother class, base system will show objects. Clear how to create inheritance, either single or multiple.
Yes, Sama.
If we are using, if the base class have method with the same name and using derived class method, then which base method will be executed? So for example, I have one method in a base class. With the same name, I have another method which is available in derived class. Those scenario you can see here. So far we not discussed and we not realized that one also, but there are chances. DFM1, this is the method name. With the same name in your derived class also we have. In a mother class you have same name, and in your derived class also you have same name. This scenario, which one will be executed? Either first one or a second one. And assume that, sorry, my question is slightly wrong. Class A is a mother class, class B also a mother class, and those two mother classes I am referring to class C. So C is a derived class. Now system will take the first one or second one. That is the question.
First one now.
Why not second one? Any idea? I want to display the second one, not the first one. Those scenario. I hope you're not seeing the blue color. You're just telling from your logic.
Yes, Sama.
So the reason is when you are referring first in first out basis, so when you are doing the inheritance from the mother class to the child class, like C of A comma B, if C A and B have different class names, different methods names, that will be good. But there are scenarios, if very occasional cases, if you have the method names are same from two mother classes, then first one whatever it is coming, it will take it. So if you say C A comma B, the first one comes, the first class which you're referring is a, so the first one will take A M1. This method will be executed. If you mention C B of A, B comma A, the first method which you are referring is a B, so this one will be referred. Are you clear? So when you use C1.M1, based on the sequence whatever you referred here, system is going to decide which method you have to be called, whether DFM1 of class A or DFM1 of class B. So this sequence will be decided. So be cautious when you are giving these sequences when you feel the method names are same in different mother classes. Or if you want, let me show you this one simple example. So I have static variables and I have a method hello from class A. Just for identification purpose, I given some user information and I'm printing x and y values. Similarly, class B, static variables, hello from class B, same method name as a class A. So I've just, you can see here df m1 only I have it. Now I am creating third class C of A comma B. I have third class and I'm referring A class and B class together to C. So the properties of A will be there in C. The properties of B also will be there in C. So df m2. So new method is created. Int sum x plus y, float sum a plus b. So values will be there because both are static values. But when you say c1.m1, system will be considered the first one or second one means system will take the sequence a comma b. So hello from class A, x value, y value. Now m2, it is nothing but some value, so system will display it, integer sum and float sum. Hope you are clear. General very unique cases you'll find like this, and do not think that you may find in your data analytics. Generally, we maintain different variable names or different class names. Since these programs are creating by you, very rare scenario you may come across like this. Those scenario you can control based on the sequence, which method you want to see. Now the next one is called multi-level inheritance. So multi-level inheritance means your one mother class will be there and it has a derived class, and the derived class can perform as a mother class to the another derived class. So I am sharing my knowledge to Amini is sharing knowledge to Giri is sharing his knowledge to someone else. So when I'm sharing knowledge to Amini, I'll be the mother class and Amini will be the child class. Then she behaving like a trainer to Giri. So she is a mother class and Giri is a child class. So A to the B, B to the C. That is called multi-level inheritance. Deriving a class from another derived classes. S- So I have a global variable called m equal to 45 because this m is created outside of the class within the program. So class A, I'm creating one class and static variables tended x and y values. I'm creating method called m1 global m1. So if I do any modifications for m, and that m is nothing but changing in m itself, global m itself. I'm not changing in local m. I hope I explained you what is the difference between local m and global m. If I'm not referring this one, then m will behave like a local. But I used global m, so forward declaration I did it. So when I use forward declaration, this change will be applicable for your global m itself. So it is since this is a global variable, it is applicable for all the classes. So m equal to 55. So I modified m value from 45 to 55. So when you print m, it will be 55, a dot x 10, a dot y 30. So you got the a value, you got it. Now class B of A. So the properties of A will be there in a B. So z equal to 30. So a new variable, static variable is created 30. Now I'm creating one more method, total equal to b dot x plus b dot y plus b dot z. So total is nothing but the properties x and y value, whatever you have in A is shared to B. So no need to be referred with A, directly you can refer with B class, b dot x and b dot y, and z is the by default B class value, so b dot z. Now print your total, print your z, and print m value. Now class C, another class I'm creating, and I'm getting the inheritance from the B, not from the A. Now I have the B properties, so I have x value, I have z y value, I have z value, I have total value, and I have m value. Now I'm creating one more class here, m3, average c dot x plus c dot y plus c dot z by 3. So sum of all the values by count is nothing but average. Now print average and print sum. Now you can see c1 equal to c open and close. That means the object is created, a reference variable is created, c1.m1, c1.m2, c1.m3. So this method, and this method I called with the help of C class only, and you can see the outcome. Any questions on this multi-level hierarchy?
No, ma.
Hierarchical inheritance, a base class with multiple derived classes. It's very easy for us. You have one mother class and multiple child classes. So there might be a chance you want to do you want to perform multiple operations, and each operation you want to maintain one class with some unique information which is stored in one mother class. So you can see here class A x equal 20, y equal to 30, static variables, dfm1 x value, y value. I am printing it. Now I want to perform multiple aggregation functions like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So class add is nothing but addition of A. So the properties of A will be inherited to add sub child class. So dfm2. So one method is called sum of add x plus add y. So the properties of A is available in the add. So the x value and y value I'm combining together and storing a new variable called sum and print the sum value. Similarly, class sub. So subtraction I want to do it. So there is a type of mistake. It's supposed to be minus. So class sub x minus sub y. But while entering, I just did the mistake. So just correct yourself. Subtraction is nothing but sub x value minus y value. So just use negative sign. You can find the subtraction. Class multiplication. So multiply x value with my y value. So you'll get multiplication. And print. Print. You can use it for display the value. Now a1 equal to add. So object is created for a1. Indirect reference variable is a1. a1.m1. So a1.m1 will display x value and y value. a1.m2. System is going to perform the operation, sum operation, and it display the total value like 50. So s1 equal to sum. So this method object reference variable is created and s1.m3. Since it's already displayed, x and y value is already displayed, no need to be displayed once again. Directly I am printing this value, subtraction value. And third one is create one more reference variable for multiplication because it's a different class. So m1 equal to mul and m1 dot m4. So you can see multiplication values. When you see the base value, print mul dot underscore underscore base, you'll find there is a class called a mother class, and sub is going to be your mother class is a. Print add dot underscore underscore base underscore underscore, you'll find the mother class as a. But when you print a underscore a dot underscore underscore base underscore underscore, you'll find the object reference because that is a mother class. It doesn't have any mother class for that. It is just like a base. So for a base class, the reference of base is going to be object. But for a child class, the reference base is going to be your mother class. So for a mul sub and add, you'll find a as an object, and for a base and for a actual mother class, you'll find object. Any questions?
No, ma.
Can I continue? Polymorphism.
Tomorrow, Amar.
Okay, fine. Or if you're comfortable today evening also, I'm ready to take one more class.